Hello folks, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm 𝘊𝘬𝘀𝘆𝑑𝑖𝑒𝑠, and I've been thinking a little bit about how to cool down the igneous rock here. We are feeding igneous rock to our hatches, and the thing is, the igneous rock is taking, as it probably should, a really long time to cool down. It is not the best at transferring heat, and there's simply put just a lot of it. I did actually go in and replace some of these with wolframite, and I think that's actually a mistake. I think I'm gonna swap most of them back to obsidian because I don't want to have stuff blow up. You can see there's still some obsidian in there, but I had another idea that maybe we could take all of this igneous rock and make steam with it, which is a thought. I'm just trying to think on where to do it. I mean, here obviously makes sense, but do I want to use this level, or do I want to make something fresh? Maybe utilizing this here. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that kind of tile. I think that's what I'd like to do. The main thing is I don't want to be exposing the rails to the outside world, if you will, and I want to reserve this space down here in case we need to, I don't know, shove critters through here. I don't know how this machine works really, other than what we've already done with it, or what the value is in it. I suppose if you have used the critter Fluxomatic in your playthroughs and you have some tips, definitely let me know. We have a first aid kit, we have a computer podium. Yeah, we've inspected everything here. It's not in the best spot for doing this, so I think we'll move things up a little bit. We'll just take a cue from this, because this was going to be a power plant anyways. And sure, why don't we carry on with that aesthetic then? How are they going to get in there? It's a good question. We'll figure it out as we go. We are going to need not necessarily ceramic, but definitely igneous rock, which, I'll tell you what, yeah, wow, that was fast, nice work. I didn't realize there was two of them there. I thought there was a malfunction. I would like the wolframite taken out. And then we'll seal this up for a little while, because there isn't dupes needed in there. And I do want to have igneous rock used, or maybe we'll use... Do we just continue with ceramic? No, probably not. We don't have that much ceramic compared to igneous rock. The igneous rock is... I did a little bit of play between episodes. It is now being shipped here to the conveyor receptacles and has been swapped over to the critters, so that they're automatically fed. We don't have to worry about that. So they're automatically fed. Their meat should automatically come into here. What am I doing? This needs to be edible and ingredient. And let's double check this. It goes into here. Right. This is how this is supposed to go. Oh, we need a conveyor bridge, so crap. Weird little bit of lag. Conveyor bridge comes across there because this filters for meat. So we'll get that put in before we make sure it's swapped over. And then, yeah, it comes over here and joins this line, which goes to the kitchen. Yeah. Along with the fish from the other side. All right, dupes. Come on, let's get her done. Here they are. Perfect. In there. Snip, snip. Snip, snip, yep. And the meat is turned on. I don't know what I was going to ship with these. I guess the eggshells? Or potentially meat coming from what? I don't know. I mean, I guess the eggshells, but I don't really think we need to. I could make a roundabout loop where the eggshells get shipped in with the meat, but then, yeah, we can only really have one thing here. Is this true? Yep, it just changed it straight to eggshell. So it's not a white list, it's just a single filter. What is going on there? It's like the eggs being refused. Don't tell me they don't go through the filter. That would be horrible. You go in, then come out bottom. Come on, man. It's powered. One second, please. Okay, restarting the game didn't seem to help, and I have disconnected the one side, but the egg doesn't seem to be going through, which is very strange. Eggs are definitely coming through this filter, so why not this filter? Like, really? Yeah, disconnecting that one side. I mean, I could put a bridge over top of it, which I think would just confuse things, but... And then when I do that, it just keeps doing the same damn thing. You know what I'm going to do is rebuild the filter. Let's reconnect that through there. So strange, man. Oh, the automation stuff. Oh dear. Yeah, okay, that explains it. Let me think about this for just a second. All right, I didn't think very long. I think all we need to do is just create a little extra space for this to take a different route, and then we can cut off that. So this is going to go around, this is going to go out, bridge over there, and so we'll cut that there. This one, I don't even think we need to redo that. I think it's just the other two that just need to be done. And then this can be erased through there. And not quite like that. Like so. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, that makes sense. That makes way more sense than buggy behavior. And in fact, this isn't even working. So the egg can stay there for the moment. We can re-hook this stuff up. This to here to there. And then it says, no, I'm not going to work. I'm going to bounce here for a while. And I imagine that's going to happen until this gets fully fixed up. What priority? I think we're going to change the priorities of these. I don't know what I was thinking, other than priority creep, when I set them all to 8. There you go. Pick up that stuff. Lay it back into the other wires and make it happen there, dupes. Okay, are we... Hey, look it worked. Okay. That had me for a minute. All right, small problem fixed. Let's print something. Shine nymph, no. Steel, I'll take every day. Take steel every day. Igneous rock. Okay. They probably vacuumed out the stuff I wanted, but there's obsidian. That's fine. So we'll keep the dupes out of there. We will grab some, not ceramic, I guess. Yeah, we'll go igneous. We'll connect it through there. And then are we going to have enough space for 2 turbines? I don't think we need 2 turbines for this, actually. I don't even know how this is going to take shape, if I'm completely honest about it, because I've never done anything like this before. So I don't even know if it's going to work, but here's to trying. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a chamber, like a steam chamber like these, but instead of aqua tuners to generate our heat, we're going to use diamond window tiles. So we don't really need that much space, and we probably don't need 2 turbines. And we can more or less automate. If I do what I'm thinking, we can automate the whole process. Yeah, it's gonna I think take the form of a conveyor rail system, which we do have space to work one of those around. Do we? Why don't we just move this a little bit? Oof. And then the rest of that should get built, well, relatively quickly. Higher priority is probably better in this case. There we go. So I think what I'll do is I'll put in a base of igneous rock. And maybe even a double thick area over here. Let's explore that. And the way it'll work is this guy will pick it up. It'll go into here. This used to just drop stuff outside. But that doesn't make any kind of sense anymore. So let's just sever that and leave it there for now. And that stuff is going to come down. It's going to go through a conveyor rail thermosensor, which we have to put in the open because it's a building, I guess. We don't want to make that out of, I don't know what that was, lead. Let's just go with steel because we're making stuff inside a hot zone. And then, well, crap, then we need a shutoff. And the shutoff is going to get hot too. Isn't it? It does have an overheat temperature of... Never mind. Don't we have one of these set up somewhere? No, we have regular shutoffs, like a liquid shutoff. It does have an overheat temperature, okay. So, let's go with steel. Let's see if we can make it all happen in a, I don't know, a way that doesn't overheat it. Because the idea is going to be to ship... Yeah, I'm having double thoughts, second thoughts. Wow, I'm having half a brain. Let's figure it out. Okay, I need them to get this bottom thing in, and then I think what I'll do is I'll have window tiles made out of diamond that'll go across the bottom, but only a certain number of things here. I should have developed this as a theory more before actually deciding to build it. Okay, so thinking about this and knowing what we know about steam turbines is they're going to function more efficiently. What is it, above or about 175 to 200, something like that? I can look that up. And the answer is 200 degrees. So we want to try and keep it, say, between 190 and 200. So that's a goal for the steam in this system. So we need a way of measuring that, of course, and that's going to be thermosensors. So I think we need two of them to set an upper limit and a lower limit. And why can't I see thermosensor? There it is. Two thermosensors. And they're going to go to an AND gate because it's a two-sided condition. It's going to be above and below. So if it's above, say, 185 and below 205, then we have a condition. The other thing is we want this stuff, the rock that's coming through, to then be above, probably above 200 degrees, I would say. And the other thing would be, what are we going to do with it after that? Because it still needs to be cooled at that point. I don't know, I could throw it in space for a while. That actually wouldn't do anything. It would just sit there hot for a long time in the vacuum. But I wouldn't have to think about it. Well, I mean, but still, 200 degrees is maybe manageable. It all depends on how the stuff that is in here interacts with it. Like, we've got 55-degree igneous rock, 2 tons of it, and looking at the conveyor rail, it hasn't really heated up. It has the ambient temperature. The receptacle should be getting hotter if it's taking heat from the igneous rock. Now, the igneous rock doesn't like to give up its heat. Well, is that true? It is slow heating. And if we look at igneous rock, I think it probably reacts the same here as it does in a normal tile. Now, okay, so specific heat capacity of 1, thermal conductivity of 2. I'm going to assume a natural tile, which I don't think we have any left. Or do we? We have granite. There's igneous. Yeah, it's the same as a regular tile. So heat capacity of 1, thermal conductivity of 2. 2 is fairly low. But I'm just thinking, if it doesn't shed its heat while it is within, say, insulated tiles or on the tracks, well then how does this work, I guess, is the next thing. I think it does conduct through to when it's traveling through something like the window tile, which is the whole premise of this. Maybe something I should have tested, but I'm going with the same idea as liquids traveling through a pipe. I think this works exactly the same way. So anyways, we have our upper and lower condition, and then we need to make sure that the rock is hot enough. And if the rock is hot enough, then you'll like what the rock is, I don't know. If it's hot enough, we continue on, which means the shutoff. But it's also an AND condition. It's got to be this and that. So we need another AND gate. So we'll hook that up. So AND into that, that into that, the output goes to the shutoff. And from the shutoff, we then circulate it. How far? I'm not sure how far. I don't want to do a ton of it at once, literally or figuratively. So that's not going to work like that. Well, I mean, it does have to go through some window tile. We need to let them continue building here. But say we go through that, we can always build it out and then just not connect it, right? Just so we can play with it later and expand. I don't know where this is going. Expand the network if we need to. And then it needs to come back with priority to the shutoff. Because if it is... Yeah, so... Okay, if we go up and then over through and then it comes back down, it goes around... And is given... Oh, I'd have to come one more. What just happens? No, is that even gonna work? I mean, yes. It needs to be sensed here. I'm losing my mind thinking about this. Give me a moment. Okay, I got there. So it comes back here, it goes through this bridge, and it takes up the pipe. Let's call it a pipe. Where it'll block this one from feeding new stuff into it. So, okay, so that's great. We have that established as a loop. It looks a little weird right now, but it will be a loop. Also, this is iron rail. This should probably not be iron rail. In this space, it should be steel rail. Which, yeah, let's just go with 8 of it right there. Yeah, so we'll come down here, pop up, heat up the glass a certain amount, and then pop back down and around. I think this is probably more than enough distance, but, you know, better safe than sorry. We'll do a ton of steel dedicated just to that. Let's get back to the iron there, so it comes out here and around. Now, if it's rejected from there, it's going to go out here and go question mark somewhere, right? It's got to go somewhere. And maybe we just make a little room off the side here. Which, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to send it down to meet... Sure, we'll go down through that thing. And we'll send it down to get loaded into the critter feeder. So what I'm going to do is same kind of thing. I'm going to prioritize feeding it to this critter hopper right there, the hopper for that. Maybe I don't want to do it right there. I want it to be used relatively quickly. So feeding it to 2 of them would make more sense, but it's just a little confusing in here, given the amount of stuff going on. Maybe I'll just reuse that. Oh no, I can't. is so confusing. All right, better yet. Come down here. We'll avoid all that entirely. We'll come down to this point and we'll feed it in there. Making sure we're on the right line. This is the one that's feeding them. Yes. And that way we're prioritizing eating the hot stuff for the rest of it. I don't know, this whole thing could be a big mistake, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon. All right, things are moving along here. Also going to include a bit of this cooling loop instead of feeding this pipe just over the top as it was going through there. Oh, actually, I kind of still need to feed it a little bit up there if I want to cool that, but I think I'll do that from the top. So when this is done, we'll just reorient some of this pipe down there and maybe just right up there. Yeah, we're just waiting for the iron to go in there. You can, in fact, cool the steam turbine with its own output. You can just, because even though it comes out at 95 degrees, these things will withstand 1,000. So 95 degrees is relatively cool. However, I just don't want to overheat the area, so we'll keep it cool with the cooling loop that we have, which is really underutilized at this point in time. All right, to bring it back when we're another step closer, actually, we gotta put in the window tile. Diamonds. And it is gonna go right along here. Then we'll have to get some water in there. That's a whole other issue. Do we have water from here. So we could steal some. Yeah. Or we just take some of the cooling loop water briefly. We'll end up with some sand trapped in there, but I think we can live with that. We're gonna have to refrain from freaking out because there is some sand that we'll never be able to get at ever again. And then when we run out of sand, someone can say, "I told you so, absurdities. I told you so." Yeah, right. Cancel that. Just mix in different kinds of wire here. No problem. All right, other than that, this is ready to be buttoned up. Let's give them a minute to finish that off. But that liquid vent is done, so hopefully it's all good to go. So we're gonna close it up right there. And then we'll start feeding in some of this stuff. Yeah, this is ready to go. I'm slurring my words, man. That happened. Delete those. I think we'll keep that pipe there. Not that one, but this section here. But that can get cut out. We'll connect that up. There we go. We'll just leave those extra bits for fun fun in science. And this can just, we'll take half the water. Oh, you know what? I'm silly. We shouldn't do that because I haven't gotten the oxygen out of it yet. Well, I have missed a step for sure. Okay. Well, so be it. Let me just disconnect that. Can I use this to my advantage? Not so much. Not so much. Alright, we're just gonna have to mop it up. Just gonna have to mop it up and deal with it. Let me get this fixed. I've done this before, haven't I? Where I've said, yeah, let's use polluted water for this. And then I forget I need it to be a vacuum. And so I just cause myself more work. This is the joys of having a goldfish's brain, or at least memory. So we have the workings of a pump going in. We put some oil there to make our liquid lock happen and things. You know, you'd never know I screwed up if you hadn't have seen it. But we're not telling anyone about that, are we? No. Now, we're almost finished pumping this out, at which point, I guess we're going to have to get some water in, which I should be building in right now. Should be building some extra pipe here. Yeah, let's just make it happen. I need to kind of connect to that thing. Should be able to do that without any additional ladders being put in. Yeah, they should be able to reach over across there too. And looks like, yeah, we're pulling vacuum. There's, in this corner is kind of going to be the weird one. It's only in the MCG just now. And it's coming down pretty quick though. So I expect it'll start throwing no gas warnings. Yeah, there we are. Once it gets to a certain point, the game just kind of goes, oh, okay, you're pulling vacuum, and it'll kind of spread the vacuum out and delete the extra gas, or you could say it disperses what gas there is, and it's close enough to a pure vacuum that it counts. Because there's, you know, polluted oxygen, 10 mcg, 55 in that corner, and it's pulled vacuum over on this side. So that's good. 20, 19, 18, polluted oxygen. Singing away. Look at you, Quinn. Go for you. Or was it 𝘬𝘭𝘏? I'm not sure which. Maybe both. Yeah, I think I'm safe now. Yeah, it's deleted it. So delete you. This takes a fair amount of time too, just cleaning up after this pump situation. And then because we gotta get rid of the power wire as well. I mean, we don't have to do any of that, but I'd like to, and then I like to clean it up so none of those resources are trapped in there forever. And is that all in there now? Well, we'll just steal some water from that. I can't yet. Slow down, slow down. I have to wait until it's cleaned out, button it up, and then I guess this pipe will have to live in there for a while. Either that or we steal this pipe. Nah, we'll let that pipe live in there. Again, it's igneous rock. It's the one thing we have just tons and tons of. So there comes the water. Again, I didn't... I say a thing, and then I don't do it. We don't actually want it pumped out yet. But when it gets up here, we'll snip it. If they haven't got this put in by then. There's 𝘬𝘬𝘳𝑥. Look at him, scientist and builder. Rocking it. Okay, here comes the water. We're okay, that'll get done. And we're looking for, I don't know, a few hundred kilograms. Maybe I shouldn't go too crazy with the water. Because it only needs 2 kilograms a second. And if we want... Yeah, I kind of want this steam to be susceptible to temperature change. Let's put it that way. We'll have less mass we need to heat up. Okay, that's keeping that nice and cool. What would we have to do now? We'd have to start sending stuff through there. Of course, we're not fully done with this area. I would like smart battery, and I would like a power station, power control station. There we are. We almost could have fit 2 steam turbines. We have to put it there and there. We could have put the battery somewhere else and we could have done it, but I don't think we're going to be generating that much power from this. It's more a speedy way to cool down igneous rock as opposed to anything else, or at least I hope it is. It's a bit of an experiment. Let me know, where you come from, do you say experiment or experiment? Subtle difference, but I've noticed that a lot of my American neighbors do say experiment. We're more pair instead of peer. Alright. We can allow iron and aluminum. Priority 5 is fine. This is going to be, sure, 0 to 100, because we just want it to run all the time. And, yeah, let's turn this on. This is about to go, too. Now, we don't want manual use. We'll turn the priority rate down, and we'll do raw mineral. And we're going to start shipping. Why didn't I click on that when it was there? Okay. Goes through there. And it says... It says it's friggin' hot. I want you to send a green signal if above 195 C. I should have set that beforehand. Okay, they're gonna eat some really hot stuff. And, okay, it's as I feared. Those are actually giving off all their heat. And this isn't stopping. Oh shoot, I forgot to do this. Yeah. Sometimes I'm just a doughhead. It's okay. What we're gonna do is we're going to stop this where it is. We're going to put a conveyor chute. Priority 9 there. And we'll empty that bit out. Okay, so send a green signal if above 180. Is it green? What am I even doing? What am I even doing? Okay, I've temporarily set them. I'm not sure I actually needed to do this. in the end. I kind of have to re-logic my way through it. But I've set them both to green for now so that this will work. Meanwhile, we're just blowing the place up with heat. And then what I'm going to do is, while this is not completely full, I'm going to allow manual use, and I'm only going to set this for igneous rock. Okay, what? Where are my things going? It's bypassing it entirely. Okay, thank you. Why? Oh yeah, because these things are all weird. I need to split that for a second. I need to empty that. I need to allow that to go. Oh, and I can't really. Okay, but hey, we made steam, and it's really, really hot. Holy smokes. Okay. I wish this didn't operate quite the way it does, but it does. We need this built. Come on, dupes. Build that thing. But hey, look, we're producing some steam. We're producing some power at high efficiency. Okay. Will you please... Oh my god, they're so annoying. No, that's because that was going the wrong direction. Split that again. I'm just screwing it all up. I'm just screwing it all up is what I'm doing. Okay, now we're there. We're too hot. It's too hot. What ends up happening is the steam turbine is just gonna produce extra heat. Okay, is this then emptied? It is. Deconstruct that. Yeah. I think I just need to find an equilibrium because I'm not exactly sure what I was going to do here. I mean, I want... this is the thing, is... I need another... I needed another conveyor shut off, is what I needed. So that it would stop this cycle. So, that piece of automation is useless, and I regret putting it in. And I'm gonna continue to allow this to happen. Current internal temperature is still very hot. Until it is like 100 C. I mean, we're producing power. We're producing 1.28 kilowatts for free. I feel like this facility could have been a lot bigger, and I may end up rebuilding it between episodes at some point. I'm not 100% sure yet. I feel like we could produce a lot of steam now that I'm seeing it in action. Okay, that's set. Yeah, These things just gotta be different, right? Oh, of course. Again, it's 𝘊𝘰𝘰𝘳𝘊𝘰𝘰𝘳 bad here. There, now we have the loop I wanted. And, yeah, I think we might be able to even do just one tile. Which we'll now have to wait for the gap. Okay, pause there. We go, yeah, we go up. We have to have a minimum of 2. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's going to take a long time to cool that stuff down. Meanwhile, we got this super hot stuff. So what I wanted to do was sweep this priority 9, and we'll do this priority 9, allow manual use. We'll allow them back in there. And that should hopefully get them to deposit it back into that. And then what we do, I think, is we just cool this stuff right down. And we do have igneous rock between 300 and 900 degrees. Yep, someone just picked up some igneous rock that was sweep only. Yep, there it goes. It's all been picked up. Yeah, it is overheating, which is unfortunate. You can see here where the cooling's not keeping up to it. Stop it. So we got to let that find its equilibrium. It's unfortunate that it is too hot, but we can actually kind of help by adding some more cooling tiles nearby, and of course submersing it in water or oil will help. Where's the thing? Of course you did. You put it up in the air where it belongs. I think that's going to be it, though. That's, I mean, call that a proof of concept, even if it is a little bit flawed. I am still somehow proud of it. We're creating power where we were not creating power before. And the fact that we are creating so much power means that I think at least we put 2 generators on the task. And it's a way of cooling down our igneous rock, the food for our hatches is what they're called. I'll take that line. Just, if we can just keep it cool. But partly we need to let this steam cool off, so it's just got to run, flawed though it is. Okay, that's going to be it for now. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope this wasn't too much of a painful one for you. It was kind of painful for me, thinking through stuff, and obviously I don't really know where I was going with this, other than I had a flawed concept on what to do with this stuff. I think what I should have done is returned it to here, and then had another check to see how hot it was going into this system. And if it was cool enough, then ship it off to be fed to the hatches. But if we come at it and try and cool down all of this over time, that's not the worst thing either. So maybe we'll see. We could also change the size of this so that the returning igneous rock gets offloaded somewhere else, just outside of the range of the sweeper. It's a thought, but if we're gonna do that, then we could ship it off somewhere else. Anyways, I'll think about that another time. I think it's stabilized. Look at that. Amazing. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you had a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.